Okay guys, welcome back. This is day 2 of we're switching this LMM Duramax engine. So we have the truck here up on the lift. The only thing I've done so far is I've pulled the inner fender liners out. You need to pull those out. And then we need to go underneath the truck and unhook the shift lever to select the range. Unhook the parking brake. On this truck we're going to pull the bumper off to avoid scratching it or breaking anything. Get the bumper pulled off here. And so here's a little tip in case you guys go to take these parking brakes apart. It's a super big pain in the ass. But basically what I did was I pushed it all the way to the floor. I came down here, got a pair of vice grips, and vice grips this line here. And then I released the parking brake. Once I released the parking brake, I pulled this out with my hand this way to pull that pedal all the way up as high as it would go. I put a pair of vice grips on it. And then I was able to split this apart. I took an air hammer and beat the shit out of it for a minute, and then it finally came apart. But I got it. Now I'll take my vice grips back off. And for the most part, that's everything under the truck, technically, that I'm gonna have to do. But I'm gonna pop the hood and go ahead and take the bumper off. Now we're gonna take all the refrigerant out of the air conditioning system. So we'll set that on record. Okay, so a little update. We got our batteries out, intercooler piping off, radiator hose unhooked, got the AC uncharged, or recovered all the refrigerant. Bailey's working on his trailer a little bit. You need to go around and take all these cab bolts out. There's 6, there's 3 on each side, and then there's 2 in the front. 1 right there, 1 right there, take all those loose. So now I should be able to set the truck down for good and then be working up there until I'm ready to lift the cab off. It's really just a matter of unhooking stuff that is clearly hooked from the body to the frame. It's really not that hard to do. I'll bump it up a little bit more. Feel good? Yeah. All right, pretty much it, ain't it? So we got the cab lifted up. This one took me a little bit longer than the last one. This took me about 2.5 hours to get to this point. Just kind of going really slow and looking over everything as best as I can. But now I'm gonna go ahead and get this engine yanked. Probably try to leave the transfer case, just leave it lay. Or the transmission, I mean, leave it lay, or maybe pull it out in one piece, I don't really know. Get the engine apart from it, and then I will just pull it out and set the body back down on it. We got to use a lift for something else tomorrow, so that's where we're at for now. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this thing forward out here and start getting this motor yanked out. to lift the engine out of this thing. I just kind of want to touch base on you guys. If for some reason in your life you have to just pull the transmission in your Duramax, good luck if it's under the truck. I really don't know how you guys do it. I mean, I know how they do it. It just takes a little bit longer. But basically, like if you have the cab off or you have one on the ground, they seize, this aluminum really seizes to each other. And I'll take a chisel, if I can find my chisel. But yeah, I'll take a chisel and I'll just go around. And there's two little spots. There's a spot right here. You can really beat on it and just be real gentle. You don't want to beat where these bolt holes come out. They're real fragile right there all the way around. And you can see I already got it loose. I mean, you got to beat on it forever. And that's why I didn't time lapse it, because it would have been 10 minutes long. And I finally got it loose. So yeah, it's just basically these dowels right here. They get seized, and then that aluminum. But just take your time, just be gentle, beat on it until you see a little gap, and then I stick a screwdriver in it and just very, very lightly just pry it apart and you'll get it. But just take your time and don't whack it. Never mind. Just about done, guys, for the night. The camera's about to die any second. I want to show you guys. Well, we had to switch to the iPhone, but basically the truck or the trailer here is completely hovering. They cut the axles out from underneath and got new brackets that are in better shape. They're just getting centered up and they're welding them. And over here I got both these engines out on the ground. Got the new downpipe put on there. We got all of our wiring that we need to get hooked up right now hooked up. Motor mounts are in. Torque converter bolts are in, starters on. There's some wiring down here that's really easy to just hook up with the engine kind of hovering above, so we don't have to try to snake it all through there. So now we're gonna go ahead and set the cab back down on it and start hooking everything up.
All right. We're still up here, Dylan's still working on the Duramax. We got a fluid dampener for the white Dodge. We're gonna stick it on and do it before.
So now we've got the cab set down on here and we've got a lot done since last time we've talked. We've actually been trying to start the truck, but for some reason we don't have communication to the OBD2 port and I'm not getting any power down to the starter wire. So we're just tracing over everything. I'm sure something's not plugged in or a ground wire somewhere, but we are kind of at the end of the day now. So we'll have to, hopefully you guys will get to see this truck in another video. Hopefully the other mechanic doesn't come in tomorrow and figure it out and then it'll get shoved outside until we have to do some other work on it. But hope you guys enjoyed the little time lapse. Bailey is just over here installing his coolant bypass. And got his fluid dampener on there. Pretty sweet. Mason's here, and we're going to retorque the head on the P-pump build. We're going to retorque the head just because the amount of passes we put on it, it's never a bad idea to just go through and check, make sure the head is torqued down good. We're going to finish popping these dowels out, and then we're going to put the rocker assembly back on. And you know what I just realized? This isn't gonna add up right for the video series because working on the Duramax, this is supposed to be in part 2 of the P-pump build. So maybe that's all we'll do on camera right now, and then we'll just close it out. Because technically we really wouldn't have to do this to do the P-pump swap, retorquing the head. So that's all you guys are gonna get to see right now. If you want to see us finish this project, you'll have to go to part 2, which will be the next video of us doing the P-pump 24 valve swap, which we were really just wanting to do as an informational video more than anything. So without further ado, I'll see if I can find the tools and we will start torquing these head bolts down, just checking them, and we'll put the rocker assembly back on. Sound good? Sound good? You look tired. Not tired. Mason works third shift. He stays up all night. It's only midnight, so we're good. The cats are meowing. They're hungry. I might feed them. You guys want some food?
So we got the head retorqued. Now we're going to throw the rockers back on. Probably call it a night.
Doing? It's Sunday, it's Mother's Day. I hope all you guys are enjoying your Mother's Day. If you are a mother, happy Mother's Day. If not, I still hope you're having a good day, even if you're not a mother. Wow, that was an awkward, stupid entrance. But anyways, we are on the way to, I just went and grabbed lunch and stuff with Bailey and Corey, and we are going over to one of my good customers, I guess you could say. I've known this gentleman for a little over a year now, and he helps me out anytime he can, and anytime he needs work on in his truck. If I can't fix it, I usually help him with someone that can. I set him up with the right people, and we're just grown to have a really good relationship. And he actually gave me a truck. He just gave it to me. He got his son a new truck. This truck was actually in a fire. His barn burnt down. His barn burnt down, so this truck has like fire damage. But I think it still runs and drives. It's a 4-speed. Anyways, we're on the way to check out the truck. I just kind of want to use it as an off-road toy. I feel bad just selling the parts off of it to make money to put in my pocket on something that was given to me. So I am going to try to get the most use out of it and try to make like a little cool off-road toy. I'm not really scared to tear this thing up because the body on it, like I said guys, it was in a fire. So like the window got busted out. I think a couple of the tires popped on it. It's not a looker at all, but I mean it was a good running and driving vehicle, and it's 4-wheel drive. So I don't know if any of you guys are aware with sorry, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the area. We live here in central Indiana, and a big popular area to go is Haspin Acres. So you guys already know, you put 2 and 2 together, we're gonna make a Haspin rig out of this thing. I'm not gonna go out there and just tear the shit out of it. I'm not gonna destroy it, but I mean, it's gonna be a Haspin rig. That's what my plan is for it at this point in time. And we might try to see if we can put a turbo on it or something. It's a 6.9 IDI, naturally aspirated, but hell, we might see what kind of turbos we got laying around, see if we can put something on it that would legitimately build boost. And yeah, just have fun with it as much as we can. But we're about there, guys, so I'll catch up with you when we get here and get to show you the truck. Oh boy, here we go. I can see her, and she's got a tarp on her. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see what we got here, boys. Here she is, 6.9 IDI. Maybe it's a 7.3, I don't know. I really don't even know. I'm not familiar with these at all. I'm almost positive it's 6.9 though, being the body style it is. But yeah, as you guys can tell, it was in a fire. Paint's all messed up. The body's just pretty much trashed on it. Needs a new body. I'm just waiting on him to get a couple more things off the truck, and whoa, that tailgate's coming off. That tailgate is nice. If my truck ever gets another bed, this tailgate's going on it, because I'm pretty sure it'll fit. Okay, I'm peeking under the tarp, and this is something I was completely unaware of, but it looks like the dash sustained a little fire damage as well, so we'll probably have to rip the dash out of it, because I can tell it stinks, and we will just not have a dash. So I'm probably going to pull that out when I get the truck home, and we'll just put like a oil pressure and coolant temperature gauge. So now I'm going to finally wrap up the end of this video. I know it's kind of been all over the place, but I apologize. It's just kind of what I'm doing this weekend, what we've been getting into. If you guys liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you on the next.